Here's another interesting video that I have found. Timeless. If you want to watch the video on yourself and come to your own conclusion of what I'm saying is true or fact, that's up to you. But what I found really interesting while watching this video was learning from the Persian. Watching this video, it's about 40 minutes long. I've noticed something really interesting. One thing I realized when watching this video was how tall this man is. Look at him. Compared to those he imprisoned. This was a very, very tall race. And when I was reading it, it sounds so similar to the history when Europeans came into Polynesia that you find that that and this is the most interesting thing about this video, Timeless, that he brought out, that in Iran or Iraq or wherever in the Middle East, they referred, even in China, they referred them as Lord of the Black-Headed People. If people do not know what that phrase means, it just means that this race, or whatever you call it, if you go to the Middle East, there were very, very dark-skinned people living in that area. Darker than Polynesians, yes, in the Middle East. And if you, some of the quotes that he put, like what he wrote down, like my daughter will come from the gods to the gods. She is not made for black-headed men. I found that quite interesting when I was reading it, you know. And the rising and the setting of the sun and the moon will take place in the real sky. Have you ever seen them fall down in the plain? We are the gods of the heaven. You are the black-headed earth word. So I don't know if this is racism or whatever, but this royal family of Maui and Tagaloa, they must have been very light skinned. That's the way I'm starting to read it. And again, you see right over here, there were and look, Australia, very small people. I'm starting to get to this point where the more I'm start reading all the other people's point of view, that within Polynesia, all Polynesia was once populated by very small black skinned people. Negritos, Melanesians, I do not know. And you see right here, the Gauls are tall body with ripping muscles. So they're trying to say that the Gauls are very tall. And if you look at the Egyptians, they were blue-eyed. And here, do you think these people came from China? Do you see something very similar? Red hair, light skin, blue eyes. And if you look at the legends, Father Zeus, and how it talks about the legends, like these are some of the stuff that I picked up from his video, but of fair hair kills Alexandra. And another funny thing is that you find how a lot of the very high class Egyptian, Greeks, whatever you want to call them, that dyeing, bleaching, curling, or straightening hair, lightening their skin was very normal. And within Polynesia, this is something that the early Europeans also found that the high class of the Polynesians were doing, right? They were doing exactly the same thing as all the royal families within China, within, it doesn't matter where it was, Sumeria, they were all trying to lighten their features up. Right over here, Ramses. Okay, if you go and you look at it, you find it in Ramses. And you find over here, alteration of hair color was practiced in ancient Egypt. Red hair with henna. So, and the more I keep reading the the accounts of the early Europeans about Polynesia, exactly the same connection to what the Egyptians, the Greeks, what the Chinese were doing. And this is a depiction of a Chinese man in China with red hair. Right over here. Do you think this is a Asian Chinese from Southeast Asia? That is a this is mummy was found in China of all places, you know. And my point is that if you do make time to watch this video, because I want people to make up their own minds, timeless. Go look at this really good video. All I'm pointing out is that if you really watch this video, you'll actually find how back in the days that there was that if you look at the Egyptian, the Sumerian, whatever you want to call it, the high class or the ruling class of those times was no different within Polynesia. That they were very tall people. They had the legend of demigods or demigods, half man and half human, and you'll find that they ruled over wherever they went. They enslaved and made servants of those who were lower class of them, or commoners, or whatever you want to call them. And the high class of these people would always try to lighten their skins up or their hair, try to look light in order to look divine. So for me, this is more evidence to me that the origins of the of the Polynesian people may be of Cascoid origin.